Good morning, how are we doing? So, had a few questions about what is the 28-day Summer Kickstart. So, I thought I would go through it this morning. If you have any questions specifically, let me know. So, 28-day Summer Kickstart is about accountability on 3 habits: the food, the fitness, the focus, which I'll show you now. So, the Fruci Fit program is built off 3 legs of the stool, which is the food, fitness, and focus part of it. So, when you come in, we work through this Kickstart book together. The key thing that we reiterate is that you only have to lose 5% of your body weight to be clinically significant, improving your mood, improving your sleep, improving key metabolic indicators like risk of diabetes, risk of cancer, blood pressure, cholesterol. We know that. So sometimes when we're looking to make drastic changes, and if we're never sticking to anything, if we're constantly starting, stopping, we've got to consider, do we just need to focus on the next 5%? These are questions that we need to consider. So going on to the food, fitness, focus, what we do initially, we have a one-to-one to start. In this one-to-one, we set you 3 habits: a food habit, a fitness habit, a focus habit. These 3 legs of the stool pretty much underpin health, fat loss, your mobility, from how the way you move, your risk of injury, your mood. And actually, if you feel better, if you have more energy, if you focus on that, just to start there. If I do this today and I have more energy, I'm going to be more likely to do it than if I say, oh, I have to do this. We talked about this yesterday in the Q&A, changing from, oh, I should do this, I should do that, to I get to do this, so I get more energy today. I get to do this, so I have more energy to play with the kids, grandkids, so that I can say yes to jumping on the trampoline with the kids rather than dread anything that they've got in store for me today, which was a conversation I had the other day. So the first part is the food part. We don't just set you a cookie cutter plan unless you want one. Like we can do that. And actually we give you lots of ideas, but we actually want to do more than that. And that could work for a period of time, and take away decisions, which is great. Don't get me wrong. That is very good. And that's a part of what we do. But we want to empower you to be able to make better informed, more intelligent decisions about food, to develop a better relationship with food. And that's the key thing. Not making choices because you feel that, oh, I can't have that. If I'm on a diet, I never have that. And when you fall into that trap of, no, I can't eat that, otherwise I'll never lose weight. Sometimes you've got to question that. Is that the reason why you can't lose weight? Because you never have that. So when you have it, you just go all out and you think I'm all or nothing. More on that another day. So what we prefer to do is look at what you're currently doing. We need to know, who do you eat with? Who do you do the cooking? Do you eat with the kids? Do you want to eat separately? Do you not? When's a tricky time? Is it when you get home from work and the other half is like, still not back, dinner's still not ready, and you're starving, you start picking, you're a little bit hungry, pick again. Is that the thing? So we need to hit one habit then. It's not about being perfect. Get that out of your head, because actually, most of us want sustainable results. Yes, this is a 28-day kickstart. Yes, you might have a short-term goal, which is great, by the way. But actually, you want this to be sustainable. You're always going to have holidays. You're always going to have time where you're going to have weekends away. If you can do it now, when can't you? This is the key thing. You're always going to have to deal with them. So if you want sustainable results, start when you don't feel like you can start. Part 2 is the fitness side. So we don't have massive sessions. It's not like a big class, so to speak. What we like to do is do small group or one-to-one. There is that option as well. And what we do in here, so we do train women only. We don't train bodybuilders. It's not like a gym where people are randomly just training. Everyone is there for the same session. Like-minded women in it together. Everything is coach-led. So we're making sure your form's on point, your technique's on point. We're watching you at all times to make sure that what you're doing is safe and effective. We don't just leave you to it. And, like we hear from so many people, they just feel a bit lost in gyms, not really sure what they're doing is right or correct or form, or that they're being pushed, or that they're doing exercise that are going to benefit them. Like, we know that there are so many benefits of resistance exercise, like in terms of from an impact point of view, from a bone density point of view. And when you look at fractures, especially around menopause and beyond, post-menopause, osteoporosis, type 2 diabetes, etc., could go on. We want to make sure that actually you're doing what's right for your body. So that's that part of it. And what we'll do with the fitness side, we have sessions every day of the week in our studios, Chippenham, whether you go Marlborough, Chippenham, Devizes, there is a session available. Whether it's from home, you go at your pace. You can make it as convenient as you want, aka do it from home, or as personal as you want, aka come into the studio. That's the key thing. The key thing is that you're consistent over time. Finally, the focus habit. Not only is this about doing something for you that makes you feel good, that protects your energy, because if you don't protect your energy, someone else will take that energy from you. If you don't plan your day, someone else will plan it for you, and you might be disappointed by the results. Not only do we do this, do we focus on that self-care element and we keep you accountable to that, but we also focus on accountability in terms of weekly check-ins. What worked well, what didn't work well? Whether this is via book, whether this is just via a personal message, whether this is via food tracking, whether this is via a quick check-in, whether it's a call, a message, whatever it is, check-in in the sessions that we have, it's down to you. It really is personal to what works for you. So that's a bit more about how we work. How the actual structure, what we do, actually depends on you. Like, often people say, like, oh, but what diet do you follow? And it's like, well, one that fits you. What's one habit that we can push on? What's the best exercise? Well, let's have a look at where you're at right now. How do you squat? How do you move? Can you get up and down from the floor? Do you need back to basics? Do you work out from a chair? Do you want to be pushed? Like, where are we at the moment with our fitness? Like, we need to have a look at that first. Then we can advise, okay, what's going to work? There's going to be a bit of trial and error. You know, anyone who tells you you can do all the tests in the world, really, it's just, that's as accurate as it's going to be. The key thing is doing. That gives you feedback, then we can make better informed decisions. So if you want to discuss that in a bit more detail to see if our summer kickstarts for you, do comment below, send me a message. We can have a chat, see if we can help. As I admit, we can't always help, but we'll at least point you in the right direction. Have an awesome weekend, and I will see you soon. Take care.